Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So have you ever said yes to a request even when you felt drained inside, agreed to plans you didn't want, and just because you feared saying no might upset someone? Felt resentful afterward, even ashamed for feeling that way? What if I told you that this consistent urge to please, to keep people happy at the expense of your own comfort might be quickly hurting your mental health, self worth, and sense of identity? In today's video, we're going behind the scenes of a common but often misunderstood pattern, people pleasing. We'll explore what people pleasing really is and how it differs from kindness, why many people become people pleasers, roots, backgrounds, and psychology, the hidden cost, what does it do your mind, your emotions, and relationships. And finally, practical therapist back strategies to break the cycle and set boundaries and reconnect with their true self. If you have been struggling and feeling like a yes man or constantly overextending to keep others happy, this video might help you see a different path. So if you guys haven't subscribed, just go and subscribe my channel so you guys can get latest updates, so you guys can know what challenges you guys are facing and how to manage them. So let's first discuss what is people pleasing. People pleasing is not just kindness, generosity, or being helpful. According to research summarized by Berkeley Wellbeing Institute, people pleasing refers to challenging one's own beliefs to make others happy, even when it undermines one's own well being. In other words, it's when you put others' wants and needs ahead of your own, not from a place of healthy compassion or choice, but from fear, insecurity, or belief that your worth depends on others' approval. And importantly, occasional kindness or helping, that's normal, healthy, even altruistic. People pleasing becomes harmful when it becomes chronic, automatic, and self sacrificing. So you might spot people pleasing if you find it very hard to say no even when overwhelmed, avoid conflicts at all costs, often apologizes even when you did nothing wrong, constantly seek approval, validation from others and fear disappointing people. Suppress your own opinions, needs, or feelings to keep the peace. Feel responsible for others' emotions or happiness. Overextend yourself, taking on too many compliments, often at personal cost. And why do people become people pleasers? For many, people pleasing it emerges as a coping strategy, a learned mental habit to avoid conflict, rejection, disapproval, or emotional discomfort. From the perspective of metacognitive therapy, it's not an immutable personality trait, it's a habitual way of responding to internal distress. Often early experiences, especially in childhood, shape this tendency. For instance, growing up in environments where love or acceptance felt conditional or being good, helpful, or compliment. Emotional neglect, unpredictable caregiving, or fear of rejection can instill the belief my value depends on making others happy. Personality or temperament may play a role. Psychological research links people pleasing behavior to a trait called sociotrophy, a pattern characterized by strong desire for approval, harmony, and fear of conflict. Sociotrophy tends to involve high agreeableness plus sensitivity to negative emotions. Social culture and family expectations also matters. In many societies, from a young age, some people are taught that caring for others, even at self cost, is virtuous. And over time, this socialization makes boundary setting feel selfish and wrong. And the hidden cost that people pleasing does to you is chronic people pleasing often leads to emotional exhaustion, burnout, and anxiety. Because the person is constantly expending emotional energy for others while neglecting their own needs. And over time, people pleasers may struggle with low self esteem, self neglect, and a damaged self worth because they consistently defer their own desires in favor of others. And this pattern may also lead to burnout, chronic stress, even depression. The constant pressure to meet others' expectations drains mental and emotional resources while suppressing genuine feelings and needs. People pleasing often leads to imbalanced or unhealthy relationships where one person gives constantly and other takes for granted. People pleasers may attract manipulative or emotionally demanding individuals or simply end up feeling unappreciated. It can lead to weak boundaries, making it hard to express true feelings or say no when means which means like one's relationships lack genuine authenticity, respect, or mutuality. Over time, people pleasers may feel disconnected from their own needs, values, or identity. They might not even recognize what they want anymore. Their decisions get guided by others' expectations. And now, according to some resources, pattern of some people pleasing, constant overcommitment, and suppression of one's own feelings can result in stress related issues, burnout, physical tension, psychosomatic symptoms, or deterioration of overall well being. It can also erode assertiveness and self confidence, making it increasingly difficult to advocate for oneself, to take care of one's own needs, and to pursue personal goals. Why this isn't just being nice and people pleasing versus empathy and healthy kindness. Okay? It's important to clarify kindness, empathy, and generosity. These are not bad. Helping others from a place of genuine care with boundaries and self awareness, that's healthy and positive. But the problem comes when helping becomes compulsive, automatic, and self sacrificing. When you help not because you choose to, but because you fear rejection, disapproval, or feel worthless otherwise, that's what transforms kindness into people pleasing. Moreover, habituated people pleasing often rests on beliefs like if I don't do this, others will get upset, reject, or abandon me. These beliefs may have roots in early experiences, but they become distortions when carried into adult life, often hurting more than helping. And healthy empathy allows you to say, I care about you, but I also care about myself. People pleasing makes you silent, afraid, and assert boundaries, and afraid your own needs matter. This is the distinction you know, need. Okay? And how to break the cycle. And now I would like to share some therapeutic strategies that you guys can practice. So step number one is awareness and self-reflection. You can notice the pattern for 1 week or two. You can ask every time I say yes, do I really want to? How do I feel about that decision afterward? Did it cost me something? Emotional, energy, peace, and self respect? You have to question yourself. And journaling or logging those moments. When the urge to please rises, pause and ask, am I saying yes because I want to or because I'm afraid? So if you were afraid, if you feel like you'll be judged or you will be otherwise rejected, just write down and say to yourself, and that on this thing I have to work and I'm working on this thing, okay? So you can keep on journaling like why you said yes to someone, and then when your why would be answered, then you would get to know like your behavior patterns. Now, challenge underlying beliefs and reevaluate self-worth. Many people pleasers internalize beliefs like my worth depends on how much I give. I must avoid conflicts at all cost, or if I don't help, I'm selfish. Invite like you you guys can question these beliefs and are they true or are they helpful? You guys can question your beliefs, okay? Okay, encourage building internal validation, okay? Using self compassion, affirming like I am worthy even if I say no. Acknowledging that self care is not selfish. You can do your self care. And self care is really necessary because when you say yes, yes, yes to someone, then you're losing your worth because other person would say, okay, whatever I do with that person, it doesn't matter. Okay, if I say just sorry to them, if I just disown them, if I would disrespect them, if I would just defame them, it's fine. They would be like, okay, 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 okay. People will start taking you for granted, okay? So learn to set healthy boundaries and say no assertively. Offer small practical exercises. Even if you are a therapist, when someone requests something, take a scared pause. Okay? Take a sacred pause. Don't respond immediately. Give yourself time to think and ask, do I want to do this? Will this cost me more than I'm willing to spend? Okay, suggest sample boundary statement like assertive but respectful, like I'm sorry I'm not able to take that on right now. I appreciate you asking, but I need to focus on my own needs today. And acknowledge discomfort. Saying no may feel awkward or guilt provoking at first, normal, but discomfort tends to fade with practice, okay? Initially you guys might feel like even if you are you're a therapist, if you are working in health, or if you are working in any of discipline or anywhere, at your workplace, at your home, with family or anyone. So you guys, initially it would create discomfort within yourself, but initially it would be difficult, but with the passage of time you would learn like how to say no to people, okay? And then step number 4 is practice honest communication and self-advocacy. Encourage expressing feelings and needs directly. Use I messages. I feel when. I need this. This helps with an authenticity in relationships rather than silent sacrifice. So that the other person knows that the other person has feelings as well. Empathize that you are not responsible for others' feelings or reactions, only for your truth and your boundaries. Then step number 5 is self-care, self-respect, and identity reconnection. Remind that taking care of one's own mental, emotional, and physical health is foundational. Prioritizing rest, hobbies, and self-reflection, and therapy if needed, help restore a sense of self and inner peace, encouraging reconnecting with personal values, passions, needs. Build a life guided by what you want, not by what others expect. And step number 6 is when to seek professional help. For people who please people a lot is deeply ingrained. Okay, people pleasing is if it's deeply ingrained in you, if it's rooted in trauma or insecure attachment, or we experience chronic anxiety, burnout, depression, professional therapy can support this. As a consultant clinical psychologist, I would say like you guys can connect with me anytime for therapeutic sessions. I'm 24/7 available for you. Don't ever hesitate in anything. Whatever you guys would share with me, just remain between you and me. That is my ethical principle. Confidentiality, please know yourself worth a lot, okay? So give yourself time too. So breaking free from people pleasing isn't about becoming selfish, it's about becoming authentically you. It's about learning that your needs, feelings, and boundaries matter. Because when you start caring for yourself, you don't just protect your mental health, you build stronger, more honest relationships. And if you recognize yourself in this video, that's okay. Awareness is the first step. Take one small change this week. Pause before you say yes. A gentle no when it matters. A moment to check in with you. If you find this video helpful, share this with someone who might need it, because sometimes the said kindest thing we can do for ourselves is learn to say no. Okay, so if you guys haven't subscribed my channel, just go and subscribe it so you guys can get the latest update. Till then, take care. See you soon in the next video. Take care of yourself.